was a sunny day in Trinidad, and football fans with their tickets in their hands. Big game today at the Otto Boldon Stadium. Soca Warrior takes on the Americans. It was supposed to be an easy task for the Americans, because all the other teams beat Trinidad and Tobago. So the Yankees think they were going to take care of business, and off to Russia they would go. But the Soca Warriors had other ideas to avenge the heartbreaking loss in 1999. And when the final whistle was blown, it's the Americans who are crying this time. Trinidad and Tobago beat the USA, scored 2 goals and they were done. But across America they started crying foul. It was 2 countries against 1. All the newspapers started rolling, and President Trump began to tweet, while Trinidadians were dancing on the street, singing revenge is sweet, sweet, sweet. Putin calls President Trump and laughing at the embarrassing situation, while all the sports writers were complaining that it was 2 countries against 1. They complained to FIFA, they complained all over, when they could not reverse the disaster. Complain to the Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister. Trinidad and Tobago beat the USA, scored 2 goals and they were done. But across America they started crying foul. It was 2 countries against 1. All the newspapers started rolling, and President Trump began to tweet, while Trinidadians were dancing on the streets, singing revenge is sweet, sweet, sweet. They complained to Hillary. She said she believes the game was hacked by Putin and Russia, but she won't make a statement, because they will call her a sour loser. In 1989, Trinidad was on the road to Italy, so the whole nation was united in red, and they lose to the Americans. Together, the entire nation bled. My cousin Iceman and his wife Julie was at the stadium, with Roger and Shirley waving red. He said he cried so much, Julie had to put Limacal on his head. But Soca Warriors did reach the final in 2006, and they make a little splash in Germany. But they were always haunted by that loss in 1989 to reach the finals in Italy. Trinidad and Tobago beat the USA, scored 2 goals and they were done. But across America they started crying foul. It was 2 countries against 1. All the newspapers started rolling, and President Trump began to tweet, while Trinidadians were dancing on the street, singing revenge is sweet, sweet, sweet. Trinidad and Tobago beat the USA, scored 2 goals and they were done. But across America they started crying foul. It was 2 countries against 1. All the newspapers started rolling, and President Trump began to tweet, while Trinidadians were dancing on the street, singing revenge is sweet, sweet, sweet.
All they needed was a draw from this game. It looks as though Trinidad is going to come out with the result.
But
in this
moments
game.
separate history, and the U.S. will not qualify for the Russian 2018 World Cup, as the final whistle has sounded at Cuba, with Trinidad and Tobago leading by 2-0. We are just awaiting the final whistle and confirmation of the final results. In Panama City, Panama lead by 2-1 over Costa Rica, and that game has just ended. Honduras are still holding Mexico to 3-2, and Trinidad and Tobago, they might not have done well in the hexagonal round, they might not have qualified, but they certainly would be very proud of this result in their final match. And the US, goodness me, history is being created.
It's full time with the Panama-Costa Rica game, so we know that the US are definitely not going to go to the...
it's full time in all of the other matches, and Trinidad and Tobago have knocked the mighty USA out of the 2018 World Cup. We will